What is going on, everyone? My name is Hachiman. Welcome back to Garry's Mod. Before I start, I'm just gonna say I am very tired right now. I just finished finals. I just got back from finals and I'm exhausted. So forgive me if I stutter or I get distracted or I just can't think or anything like that, or just, stuff like that. Apologies if that happens. I know I've already done a video on, Maxine and Chloe from Life is Strange for Garry's Mod. So you're probably thinking, Ice, why are you duplicating this? Why are you doing it again? My answer to that is, there's two reasons. One, the most important one, is I completely revamped Chloe and Max such that, like, these here, hold on, like, the mods on the workshop, the ones you get on the workshop here, so like, not this one, like this one here, the one I showed you in my other video, this one, this Max, and this Chloe here, I no longer use these at all. No, I don't use this at all. This is all, like, right now, this is deprecated. Like, this is, like I said, this is not mine or anything. The Max is not mine either. Obviously, it's by Korrio 007, Korrio 007 probably. Probably a James Bond little reference there. I don't know. But anyways, like the Max and Chloe, this Max and this Max and Chloe here, I no longer use. As you can see, I'm unsubscribed because I don't need them anymore. And I didn't unsubscribe to be rude or anything. So the Max and Chloe, like, I don't use those mods anymore. I totally revamped my Max and Chloe such that, again, I don't use those mods, meaning I essentially ported them over myself. Took me 2 days to do it. 2 full days to do it, mind you. Let me just be clear. The mods that I ported over to Garry's mod, I did not extract from Life is Strange. Basically what I did was, like, for these mods, like this one here, the one I just showed you, this Max Caulfield, and this Chloe Price, these mods here, what I did was I basically, to get these to work with VJ Base, I had to essentially, I had to edit Korrio 007's add-ons here. I had to edit the add-ons. And basically what I did is the only thing I did to change them was just make them compatible with the VJ Base. That's basically it, and then added sounds and stuff. It's basically all I did. This time, however, I decided to port over the Max and Chloe from Left 4 Dead 2. So you know this Max and Chloe here? Right. This mod for Max here, and this Chloe here which one? Well, basically this Chloe here from Left 4 Dead 2, I basically ported these over. Now, the reason I did that was because basically whenever I play, I've been noticing, because I was watching some of my videos, and I was realizing that whenever I would play Garry's mod, like for example, whenever let me spawn my Max Caulfield Rachel. This is unchanged.
I gotcha.
This is completely unchanged. This I did not edit or anything. Okay, and yes, she has footstep sounds. Come on, girl. One thing I did, by the way, was I updated all of my add-ons. All of them.
I gotcha.
To be realistic. So, like before, Max and Chloe had 1,000 health each. I changed that down to 40, so just like the citizens, to make it realistic. So I also went through all of my add-ons and gave icons, as you can see. So I gave an icon to this. I gave icons for Elsa and Anna, and then I
gotcha.
gave, these are all my custom ones here, and then I gave I gave Noob his, and finally I have a SWAT NPC that I gave this here. So I converted all this stuff myself. This I think is dope. I love it. And to be quite honest, I'm playing as a SWAT trooper, a SWAT operator right now. Anyways, so I set them all to 40 health and stuff to be more realistic. The SWAT and military guys have 80 health, so they have double. Noob, this guy here, Noob, he has 100 health because he's a ninja or whatever. So I give him 20 extra health. And then I have the goddesses, Anna and Elsa. Anna is 5,000 health. Elsa, Queen Elsa, and the Gothic Elsa, 10,000 health. So they are the ultimate. Damn it. Fuck. There we go. So, so basically what I did was I got Max and Chloe to work with a VJ base. So that's basically all I did. Was I originally, with like the other video, I
gotcha.
Basically took apart the add-ons from Korrio 007 and just made custom entities that were VJ based entities. That's all I did. But this time, it took me 2 days to do, I literally ported the Left 4 Dead 2 versions over myself. Now, granted, there are issues with my Max and Chloe, and I'll show you guys what they look like here very soon. I'm just explaining here. There are some issues with the model and the models and the the hands and stuff, but I didn't want to edit any part of the models themselves. I just wanted to port them over to Garry's mod. Now, the reason I did
I
that
gotcha.
was because, like, I've noticed whenever I play Garry's mod, oh yeah, this is where I was. Whenever I play Garry's mod, and I play with these NPCs here, like, look at Max here. There we go. Look at Max.
I gotcha.
I like. I've always thought it's just dull and boring because it's not really realistic. As you notice, she's not blinking her eyes at all. She doesn't blink her eyes at all. She does not move her eyes, and she doesn't move her lips when she speaks or whatever. She just stares
I gotcha.
blindly. See what I mean? She just stares blindly. And one thing that I really enjoyed about the Left 4 Dead 2 mods was they were fully animated with flex animations, meaning they had facial animation, they would move their eyes, blink their eyes, and they would move their mouth when they spoke,
I gotcha.
which I really liked. I love the Left 4 Dead 2 add-ons. So I thought, because I love them so much, why not port them over to Garry's mod? That way I have them in Garry's mod. Easier said than done. Holy fuck, was it difficult. Like, good god. Like, I can see why people were like, you know,
gotcha.
this is really tough. I don't know how to port them over very well. Like, the person who ported over the other Max and Chloe for Korrio 007, I believe
I gotcha.
they said, he or she said that they had a lot of trouble porting them over. I
Gotcha.
can see why. It was a bitch. It was very hard. Basically, what I mean, I wanted to get rid of this dull expression. You know, I wanted to get rid of the dull expression. Hold on one sec. Let me go to this here. Go to the settings real quick, and I'm going to disable wandering when idle real quick, so that when I spawn the girls, they won't wander when idle. Okay, so this is the one of the original Max Caulfields here. This one I'm not gonna change or anything because there's really no Left 4 Dead 2 mod of this that's high quality or anything. So I'm just gonna keep this the way it is. And if I really want to, I may decide to try oh fuck, what's the term? Morphing. Like, there's an actual term for it. I forgot what Valve called it, but morphing the flex animation, the facial expressions and stuff. I'd have to make them myself, and it would be a bitch. But could be doable. Actually, that just gives me an idea. Well, oh fuck. That would be even more difficult actually, because I would need to literally
gotcha.
rig and everything. God damn it. An idea would be to have, like, take a MMD version or XNA LoRa version or something like that, and then with the expressions and stuff, but technically that wouldn't really work. But okay, I'm thinking of other things. I'm sorry. So the idea is, like, I wanted the realism for Max and Chloe, and again, I really liked the facial expressions and the animations for the Left 4 Dead 2 versions of Chloe and Max. Okay, so I figured, why not port them over? So that's essentially what I did. So that's the first thing. That's the first reason why I'm making this
I
vid.
gotcha.
The second reason is for you guys. I'm very worried about doing this, but I'm very worried about doing it because I don't want to get in trouble. But I've decided to essentially give out my new Max and Chloe that I'll show you, in like, I don't know, a minute from now. I've decided to give them out. Not on the Steam Workshop, it'll be on Mediafire, but on one condition though. Actually, let me continue. Not only am I giving them out, I've decided, and I'm very worried about doing this, I've decided to give them out.
I gotcha.
Loosely, meaning non-GMA. In other words, open source. And you guys know me, I love open source stuff. I love open source anything, okay? If there's something that's open source, fuck yeah, I got it. Blender, got it. GIMP, got it. Kdenlive, got it. Natron, got it. A whole bunch of open source stuff. x64 debug, got it. Okay, well that's a developer thing. That's a reverse engineer application there. But don't worry about that. But like any open source stuff, I love. I absolutely love. And by open source, I do not mean like free. When I say open source, I mean source code released. Like anything where the source code is released and as the license allows you to play with the code and compile and all that, that is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give out my new Max and Chloe, which I think you guys are going to love. Open source.
I gotcha.
Now, I am worried about doing that because in reality, I'm going to be honest. What I had to do, well, first, I can't make up my mind. I have a lot of things to say. That's why it's a little tricky here. I have to be careful how I say this. I want to give. I'm going to give them out open source under one major, very important condition.
I gotcha.
They are open source in the sense that you can look at their code, the Lua code and all that. Okay, that I'm going to. That's essentially I'm going to give. It'll come with the sounds and everything. Okay. Basically, I'm going to ship them so that you guys can edit them if you wish.
I gotcha.
The one condition is if you edit them.
I gotcha.
Basically, I want this to be an educational experience for you guys, a learning experience, so you can learn from it. I want you guys to learn from it. And obviously nowadays, there's a lot of people who take advantage of open source software, and or like take advantage maliciously of open source software and stuff. That's not what I'm trying to do here. Like, I'm not, essentially, my goal is not to give them out. So this is also a note to the, what's his name? the creative VJ base. He's what I'm mostly worried about. The creative VJ base. He's what I'm mostly worried about. VJ base. Who created him? Oh, VJ base. DrVrej. Okay. Yeah, VJ base. This guy. Okay, so DrVrej. This guy. Okay, so actually, did I read this? Fuck. Hold on. Let me read this real quick. Okay. This might be a little tricky for me to do. Alright. Basically, god damn it. Basically, it's a bit tricky with his rules there. I have to be careful how I say this. I'm not the. Okay, let me just explain something here.
I gotcha.
The Max and Chloe, the new Max and Chloe, in order to get them to work, I unfortunately had to directly copy a, certain sections, not all, but certain sections of VJ base. And all it was, the only sections that I had to copy in order to get to work was in the VJ human base init.lua file. Just like, let's see how many. I think it was like probably 6 or 7 chunks of code, but it wasn't like the internal code. Like, it was internal code, but it wasn't like, it was the sound code. Like, if DrVrej, if you're watching this, you'll know what I'm talking about. That your sound code, that tells the system how to play the sounds, for each circumstance, such as like idle sounds and stuff like that. I had to copy the sound code portions, just for a little bit, just probably 6 or 7. I don't exactly remember how many, but it wasn't 10. It was less than 10. It is probably 7, 8 max, but I think it was like 6. I don't fully remember. Unfortunately, I had to copy those sections in order to get the mods to work. Now, my worry is, giving out the girls open source. And even if I compile them into a GMA add-on, it's still like, I mean, it's not that secure really. The only reason that I copied some of the code sections was just to get it, just for like interoperability, really. I did it only so that basically the girls will ship working. Otherwise, I mean, like I couldn't. I tried. I couldn't find any way to. I couldn't find any way to code the girls. Let me go. Yeah, okay. I couldn't find any way to code the girls without copying those sections. I had issues with that. I tried everything I could. I really did. I really tried everything I could to just reference the VJ base functions and stuff.
I gotcha.
But it wasn't working. It wasn't like it. The functions were not essentially defined well. And the issue was, what I had to do essentially was define, or I had to basically edit part of those sound code files but it's not VJ Base itself. It's not editing VJ, like I didn't edit VJ Base itself. I edited the VJ Base portions for the girls only. So the portions that are edited will only affect the girls. You know, Max and Chloe. That's it. That's all they'll affect is the girls. Everything should be fine with any other VJ-based NPC. Everything should be fine. No changes to VJ-base itself. I'm not. There is no need, and I am not giving out VJ-base at all. You know, open source or anything like that. No, I don't need to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm only giving out the girls themselves, and with that, in their Lua files, all it is just certain sections from one of the files, the init, VJ human base init.lua. So that's the only part that was actually copied. But the idea,
I gotcha.
My goal is not to redistribute that. The goal was to just allow the girls to work. Now, if there's some way that I could possibly, revamp the code a little bit. I'm not the best at Lua, so if there's like some way that I can edit the girls so that I don't have to directly copy those sections of sound code from VJ Base. If there's a way I can just reference those functions, without having to copy, or define them, redefine them. If there's a way I can do that,
I gotcha.
Please let me know so that I can update the girls and change up the code so that it's just referenced or added. It's just referenced or like appended to. I'd very much prefer to do that. I do not want to, copy the sections of the VJ base code. But the idea is not to redistribute those sections. The idea was interoperability, just to get the girls to work. It does nothing else to VJ base. It doesn't actually do anything to VJ base itself at all. It just it doesn't do anything to VJ base itself. VJ base itself is unchanged. Again, all it is to get basically the sounds to work properly. Now, I did have to edit certain portions of the VJ base code within the girls. So it's all within the girls. It's just the girls. They're the only things that they change the VJ base code just a little bit for them only. For them only. That's all they do. They do not edit anything else or anything. I want this to be a learning experience, so that one may be able to see that what I did is possible, and the girls also ship with the footstep sounds. Here, I've talked long enough with her. Let me spawn my Macs. So you see what I'm talking about. So my Maxine, so they ship working with VJ Base. So you do need VJ Base. That is a requirement. VJ Base is a requirement for this to work. VJ Base is a requirement. Um, yeah, VJ Base is a requirement. You know, otherwise the girls will not work. They ship with the footstep sounds. So like the footstep sounds, so this stuff where the footstep sounds work and everything, where they change and all that, that code is in there too. That is being shipped with the girls. So you get the footstep sounds working with the girls. So this is my new Max. Now there is problems, but all in all, right, so the there is some issues with her, with the girls, but basically again, the whole idea is like a learning experience. You know, like I mean, I'm not trying to copy or like I'm not taking credit for any of this. So, I mean, like, you know, I'm not really even taking credit for the footstep sound code, really. Um, you know, I mean, this, like, all the credit goes to the creator of VJ Base. You know, I'm not, you know, making profit on this whatsoever. I'm not even, you know, monetizing the video or anything like that. You know, I don't want to. So I'm not trying to cause any harm or damage or anything. But, and this is to the creator of VJ Base, if it is a problem, let me know in the comments or something, you know, of the vid. Just let me know, and simple as that. You know, I'll take the mods off. I'll take the mods down. No questions asked. Simple. I don't want any trouble. You know, I'm just a college student. You know, trying to learn and live life. Really, I don't have many problems as it is. You know, I don't want I don't want more stress. So if it's a problem, just let me know, and you know, I'll remove the mods as soon as possible. You know, just like that, no questions asked. So I'm gonna give the girls out open source again for learning, learn education. You know, studying the code, like not studying, you know, the VJ base code, but studying essentially what I wrote, and I will dictate what I wrote in the files. But like studying, for example, my footstep sound code, and studying, you know, how I got the sounds to work and everything. So that's the idea. The idea is learning. The idea is not to be malicious, not to copy, not to redistribute. That's not the idea at all. So that's the idea. So the idea is just very passive, not trying to cause harm. That's you know, not trying to cause any harm here. But again, if it is a problem, just let me know and I'll take the mods off. No questions asked. And that's to create the VJ base there. So that's mostly what I'm worried about. But yeah, I've talked long enough about that. you know, this is Max here. So I'm showing you my Max. Down I go. I can't click anything. Okay. So there's Max there. Now, there is some issues, as you can see. Her hand. Look at her hand. It is awful. Look at that. It's like the worst thing you can ever see. God damn it, girl. Stop it. See that with her hand? Yeah. Awful. Again, I know it's awful, but again, I did not want to change the model itself at all. I guess if you guys want to edit the model and fix all that, sure, I guess you can do that, whatever. I mean, that's not exactly my decision there. But like, you know, I didn't want to edit the models themselves, so that part is the same for the creator of the Left 4 Dead 2 mods. So so this is Max. God damn it. So let me just say, Max looks the worst as far as the model goes. But the idea for this, and I know her head is depressed into her body a little bit. I know it's very unrealistic. You know that her shoulders. Oh, God damn it, girl. Her shoulders are. Her arms are elongated. Her upper arms, which I know doesn't look very good at all. But for example, like, I know it doesn't look the best and the hands are the worst, but again, I didn't want to edit the models. They look a little bit better when she's holding a weapon. So I poured this over, and it basically took 2 days to do Chloe and Max. It was a real bitch, but the idea was realism here. So what you're gonna notice is, check it out. Unlike the other one, she moves her eyes and she blinks, which was really cool. Also notice, she hasn't said a word. So I updated this too. She has not said a fucking word. Now, look, if I spawn this one, check it out.
I gotcha.
That was this one right here that said I gotcha. Not this one. This one is still speaking. This one didn't say a word. And you're probably thinking, well, what the fuck, Ice? Did you get rid of the idle sounds? No, I did not. I was just, trying to make it a little bit better because, like, for example, here, let me turn this on. I did not like the fact that the girls would just talk their idle sounds over and over and over again. If you saw the last video where I was doing the original Max and Chloe there for VJ Base, if you saw that, you'll notice that the girls would just speak over and over and over again, just, you know, non-stop. And remember, I'm like, you know, Chloe, shut up, or whatever, because it kind of got a bit annoying. They would just speak the idle sounds over and over and over again. what I did, considering that was pretty annoying, I edited that part, and this is one of the areas where I edited a portion of the VJ base sound code. I edited the idle sound code, and again, it's just for the girls. It does not affect anything else, just the girls. I edited it so that, like, basically, the idle sound, like, if you've made SMPCs with VJ Base, you might know that there's idle sounds. There's an idle sound table where you just list the sound files that you want to play. And then VJ Base does its thing, and the idle sounds play. The problem is, the idle sound table, by default, is designed to just play the idle sounds, you know, if the NPC is idle. And like, for example, right now Max is idle. There's nothing happening. What I did was I kind of extended that functionality a little bit, and I made it so if Max is not following anybody, she will not say a word. Same thing with Chloe. Chloe is coded the same way, exactly the same way as Max. So, also worth noting that. Damn it, girl. Exactly the same way as Max. So if the girls are idle, and this took me 2 days to do, remember? This literally, like, 2 days ago, it was 2 days ago, I had to take a fucking break after I was done, because, oh my gosh, it was hell. I literally got up at, like, 11:30 a.m. and I worked on the girls, coding them, trying to figure it out. Again, there's really no documentation on how to do this for Gary's mod and shit. Documentation for Gary's mod is awful. But anyways, I went and I worked from 11:50 a.m. to 10:50 that night, non-stop. I did not take a single fucking break. Maybe like a bathroom break, but that's it. I did not stop and eat. I maybe got a drink, but I didn't eat anything. Like, I was literally just glued and working on the code the whole time. Non-stop, no breaks. I was exhausted. So that was a lot. So it took me that long. So coding these girls and getting them to work the way they are was so hard, guys. It was so hard. Because I had to learn how to do it on my own. I didn't even know if it was possible. But it is possible. And, this proves it here. So that's another reason why I want to open source them, is because I want people to learn how to extend some of this stuff, the functionality a little bit. I want people to realize, if they want to fix footstep sounds for VJ Bass, this is how. Because she ships with the correct footstep sounds. So if she walks on snow, she'll have snow footstep sounds. She's walking in here, wood, she'll have wood footstep sounds. Now, it's not perfect, the code. It's ugly, and probably it could be revamped a lot and optimized a lot. But again, I'm not familiar with Lua too much. It's kind of ugly coded, in my opinion. However, there are comments and stuff because I'm not a fan of non-commented code. But anyways, it's a learning experience, so you guys can learn from it. Again, I'm taking no credit for anything. I'm not even taking credit for like anything, like at all. I'm not even taking credit for the footstep sound code. I don't want credit for anything. Okay, I don't want credit. If anything, credit the VJ Base, the creator of VJ Base, because he or she is who deserves it. Because without them, like, I mean, I wouldn't sit down and create a fucking equivalent of VJ Base. That's a pain in the ass. So props goes to the creator of VJ Base. So he or she deserves the credit, not me. But anyways, you notice that she does not say a word. And again, you might be thinking the idle sounds don't, if she has no idle sounds, I want her to speak. Again, I coded her so that, and this is again where I had to copy some of the code from init.lua VJBase. That's all I did though. As far as, that's the only file I had to copy from, nothing else. Again, interoperability. But anyways, that is one of the examples of one of the code pieces I had to copy. Basically, what I did was I extended the sound table thing, the functionality of the sound table for the idle sounds. If she is walking on her own by herself, if she's just on her own, Max or Chloe, if she's on her own, she will not say a word. She will not say her idle sounds. She'll just be quiet. However, she will say, like, if she's on her own and she speaks and she sees an enemy or something, she will speak her like alert sounds and stuff like that. She will speak, enemy, or that's just an example, but it is a vague example, but like, oh, what is that? Or if she sees an enemy or kills an enemy by herself, not following anybody, she'll speak those, but that's it. She does not speak her idle sounds. If she's on her own, not following anyone. However, if I press E or the use, if I press use on her, I need to say use, not E, because E is what I use for the use, but your binds might be different. Your key for the use is might be different, but if I press use on her, not only will she say hi to us, because I also added that, so if that way that she's following you, she confirms it. If you press use on her, she will say hi, and then kind of a universal hi, and then if she's following somebody, then she will play her idle sounds, but only if she's following someone, a player. Anyone who presses use on her. And this is another thing. I almost forgot to say this. I don't know if any of this stuff works in multiplayer. I have no idea. I did not test that. It may not. I have no clue. This is a single player here. So I have no idea if it works in multiplayer. Hopefully it does. I have no idea though. If it doesn't, I would not be surprised because, I'm not the best at Lua, so that'd be a little tricky, but I would say it should. But anyways, she doesn't say a thing. That's because she's not following me. But if I ask her to follow me, not only does she say hi and play her idle sounds. Check this out.
Hi.
Damn it. Okay, look closely at her face. Check it out. This is what took so long to code and so hard to figure out. When she starts to speak her idles, and if I tell her to not follow me, she will stop speaking her idle sounds. So right now she will not say a thing. But again, if there's an enemy, and she sees the enemy, she will then attack. She will then say something about the enemy. And notice another thing. She can see in 360 degrees, as long as an enemy is not behind a wall or something. My goddesses can do that. They can see behind walls and all that shit. So, but that's them. That's different. I'm not giving those out. But anyways, that's just a little detail there. But anyways, she won't say a thing unless I do this. Unless I have her follow me. Watch what happens when she speaks.
Hi.
I don't know if you noticed. Here, let me. Wait, does she walk? Please walk, girl.
I gotcha.
Damn it. See how she's playing her idle sounds now? And no errors either. I've fully debugged these girls. Completely. It was a bitch. Check it out. When she speaks, watch what happens. This was an addition that I added, essentially, to the girls only for VJ Base. Like, within their code, the girls' code. This was a bitch. Check it out. Now, it's not the best. Excuse me. It's not the best. It's not the greatest. But I'll explain it. I don't know why she keeps looking up. That's kind of weird. But when she speaks, check it out. Another thing, it's all random. Because I would have been able to. I could have very easily just made it so she would say things, the same
I
stuff.
gotcha.
There you go. Did you notice what happened there? Roll back a little bit, if you didn't see. When she said I gotcha, she actually spoke with her lips. That was a fucking bitch to make happen. Let me just say, there is 83 things each of the girls can say. So for Max, there's 83 things she can say. In all cases, 83 things she can say. And with Chloe, there's 83 things she can say too. It was a bitch. And they were manually edited files. Let me just give you a basic rundown on what I had to do. I actually needed to edit the scene files for Garry's mod. Now, it's all with the add-on. You do not need to change anything with your Garry's mod. All you need to do is take the folder of Max and Chloe, and I have the girls separate, but actually, do I have them separate? Yeah, I do. Never mind. Okay, yeah, so I do have them separate. So just take Max and Chloe, the folders, and put them in your add-ons folder. Boom, you're done. As long as you have VJ Base, then you're done. So So
Hi.
yeah, I got her to work with her, like the eyes blinking and moving. That I didn't have to do anything to get that to work. The mouth movement I had to fully implement
I gotcha.
manually in the code for VJBase. Um, again, for the girls, but for the girls themselves, does not edit VJBase itself. It just edits VJBase temporarily for the girls, only the girls. So what I had to
I
do is
gotcha.
I had to basically create my own scene files and flex animations for the mouth parting and stuff. Now, in order to do that, normally you'd use a program, you'd use a source or valve application known as Face Poser. But I tried that and it's terrible. Like I couldn't figure out. It's very complex. It was really really hard. So what I was forced to do was manually hand edit the VCD files or the scene files, the animation files. I had to manually edit those manually, meaning I was literally guessing numbers. I was guessing 0, 1,
I
1,
gotcha.
1.5, 0.8, 0.2, 1. I was just picking random numbers and, you know, placing them in certain areas. Trial and error. Literally trial and error. For for basically 83 times. Okay. For Max. And then I had to do it all over again for Chloe. 83 times. So I had to hand edit all of the files. So let me just say the facial animations and the lips parting, all that, like when they speak, I gotcha and all that. The lips parting is it's not the best, the animations, because again I had to hand edit the stuff. Some of them I lip synced appropriately, and some of them are god awful. They unrealistic as all shit. But again, I had to hand edit this stuff, so that's why it was so hard to do. Because I had to hand edit the stuff, and I have no, in that respect, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Okay, if you guys are able to know your way around face poser and you're able to fix all that
I
stuff,
gotcha.
be my guest. Do it, because I mean, I can't hand edit this shit. The hell? Why did my game freeze? That was really weird. I'm sorry, folks. What is going on? Hold on. Oh, I know what's going on. It's writing to disk. That's why. In my render. But anyways. So basically that's what I had to do, and it was a complete bitch. So whenever she speaks, she's not, like, I'm not even using the sound table for VJ bass, VJ sound table for the idle sounds or anything like that, for any of the sounds. Not really. Basically, whenever she speaks, she is not directly running the sound files. She is playing the script files or the scene files that I have made or edited. She's playing the scene files in which within those are the sounds that need to be played, but also with those scene files are the facial animations, brows and vertex flex animations, and the mouth and stuff. So that's that. Now, again, Max doesn't look the best. She has a lot of problems as far as the model goes. But with code, everything works fine. Chloe looks better, in my opinion. Check it out. Here's Chloe. This is Chloe. Damn it. No. Ah, fuck. I can't even do this. Chloe looks a lot better in my opinion. Okay. Shoulders are elongated like Max. Fingers are a little bit better. No body groups or anything like that because I didn't want any. And I'm noticing there's issues here with the textures. Maybe I can fix that. Maybe I can't. I don't know. There's something wrong with the rings there. Yeah. This is Chloe here, so she looks a lot better in my opinion than Max. But she has facial expressions and stuff too. And again, she's coded the same way as Max. So if she is not following anyone, she will not say a word. Unless there's an enemy or something. But if she is following, she will say her idle sounds. And similarly to Max, when you press the use key, she will say, lead the way.
Lead the way, lead the way, lead the way. I'm right behind you.
God damn it. Let me do that again. She started playing her idle sounds immediately after.
Lead the way.
There we go. And now she'll follow.
Please, go ahead.
And no, oh, God damn it. I want you guys to get the fit.
Hella ready.
Damn it. The facial lips parting and all that. Guys, this was way more difficult than you guys might think. Like, holy fuck. I did this with no documentation. The Valve developer wiki did not help either. And the Garry's mod wiki? Oh my god.
I'm on it.
Like, that shit is the worst fucking thing ever. I mean, it gives a lot of information, but it's not really... It's all reference. But, whatever.
I'm hella ready.
See that? So, sometimes, like, these facial expressions with her mouth parting is not the best because this was, like, beginning stages. But down the line with certain things. Some of them are really nicely
Please,
lip-synced.
go ahead.
So, but it's not, obviously it's not the best, but at least she parts her lips. So it's not just like, please, go ahead, you know? Like a ventriloquist. It's not that.
I'm on it.
And oh, another thing. Whenever they speak, they will look directly at the player that they are following. Check it out. So I'm to the side of Chloe. If she speaks,
I'm right behind you.
yeah, just see how she turned her head to the right to say hi, or to say I'm right behind you. Check it out. I'll show you again. Hopefully she looks straight when she talks. It's a way higher quality model.
I'm on it.
Yeah, see? So, yeah, I mean,
Hi.
that's basically it. Again, they ship with the sounds too.
I'm hella ready.
They ship with the sounds, so the footstep sounds, sorry. Yeah, let's go outside here so you can see the footstep sounds working. So check it out. See? It's beautiful. See?
I
And
gotcha.
again, if
I'm hella ready.
there you go. How's that?
I gotcha. Please, go ahead.
See? Hold on, I got this. Had to. That was gorgeous. Anyways,
I'm hella ready.
there we go. So, as you can see, if I tell Max or Chloe to not follow me,
I'm right behind you.
only Chloe will start speaking her idle sounds. And I'm not going to give them weapons here or anything because the NPC tools add-on is not available right now. Or I mean, it's available, but it's not enabled on this. I'd have to restart the map. But yeah, they ship with 40 health by default, and
I'm on it.
I mean, like, she works with nodes and everything too, so she'll just if she finds. Damn it! Here, maybe I can have Chloe do it.
Hi. I'm hella ready.
Right, go walk on your own, girl. Hopefully she'll do that. Actually, I don't know where the nodes are per se. Let me just do this and go over here. There we go.
I gotcha.
Now Max is following. Chloe's not. Oh, and they are immune to combine balls. I don't know though. I actually need to test that. I don't know. They are immune to combine balls, but I don't know if it actually works. It might not actually work. I don't know. I'd rather kill Max than Chloe. So I'm gonna use her as a test dummy. I'm sorry, Max, but if this does not go well, it's all on me, and I give Chloe the full consent to just slaughter me. Okay. I have to actually test this though, because I seriously do not know. She should not die, but if she does, it'd be a little bit weird. I'd be a little bit confused, but I don't know. I'd have to look at that a little bit, but let's test this here, see if she dies. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. God damn it. Damn it. I disintegrated her. And I feel like a total asshole. Oh. And Chloe will not, you know,
Lead the way.
she will not, like, turn on you or anything, because she's not sitting on me right now, obviously. God damn it.
I'm on it.
But, damn it. Here, it's killing me right now. I gotta do this.
Hi.
There we go. Max is back. It's killing me. So they are not immune to combine balls unless
go ahead.
they're actually immune. I don't know. Fuck. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, I don't know. But that's basically it for the girls here.
I gotcha.
So yeah, I'm gonna give these girls out,
I'm on it.
you know, open source for you guys on Mediafire. And again, to the creator VJ base, if it's a problem, and again, my intent is not to cause any harm or damage here. My intent is, one, educational,
I'm on it.
learning experience, and two, you know, just fun, entertainment, but mainly it's educational. This is for educational, so
I'm right behind you.
people can see, you know, ways of fixing some of this stuff. But again, it only ships with the goes and only affects the
I'm on
goes.
it.
These two. That's it. Like if I spawn this one.
I gotcha.
Who said I gotcha? What the fuck?
Please, go ahead.
That might be a bug. Oh, she's no longer following me. Okay, never mind.
Hi.
We're good. We're good. Never mind. Thought that was a bug for a sec. Anyways,
Please, go ahead.
so that's all for this part,
gotcha.
guys. Just showcasing the girls here, and again, if you want them, just the downloads in the description. Again, if there's an issue, let me know, and no questions asked. I will. No questions asked. I will.
Please, go ahead.
I will, you know, take the mods off. Yeah, no questions asked. Simple as that. Because I don't want any trouble. Just trying to have fun here.
I'm on it.
Not trying to cause any damage. But so yeah, so that's all for this part, guys. If you liked it, smash the like button like a badass, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. These girls are officially finished, so I'm giving them out. I'll see if I can fix that.
Please,
The
go ahead.
textures a little bit. If it's an issue with the Left 4 Dead 2 versions, like in Left 4 Dead 2 itself, then I will
Please,
obviously
go
I
ahead.
will
Gotcha.
really try to fix that. But if it's something I did and I messed up on Chloe a little bit, I will check the textures and see what I can do. But that's all for this part, guys. If you like, smash the like button like a badass, leave a comment. I'll see you guys next time. Farewell.